All righty, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I am still getting things out. Just want to make sure everything's set up and working tonight because we're going to have a special episode. I am super excited about this. I've got a new game. Yes, another new game. And I've got the designer, the main man here with me tonight to talk about it and show it off. And he's been so helpful in getting me up and running on this game, and I look forward to hearing from him. And it's Ken, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ken. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. I do appreciate it. And we're going to be talking about a game called what?
Courses and clubs, sir.
Courses and clubs. Thank you. Courses and clubs.
Kind of a play
what
on
is
Dungeons
that?
and Dragons.
What is courses and clubs? What's it all about? What kind of game is it?
Courses and Clubs is a golf game with some RPG elements, with some golf simulation. So I like to think of it as it's a simple golf game, simple to play but detailed. So, but it's instead of how you create a character for role playing games, and those characters can improve, they get experience,
Right.
and then they can improve on their skills and whatnot. Well, that's kind of the angle.
New abilities or whatever, yeah.
Exactly. And so you can gain experience points while you're playing, depending how well you play your golf. And then you can actually purchase boosts, or you can improve your skills, depending on how many experience points you gather. So it's essentially it's kind of a golf RPG. It just seemed like something that it's based off an old RPG, the mechanics of it.
Okay,
So
and that was
yes. James Bond role-playing game.
Right.
Yeah, which was.
Have you ever played that?
I did. Yeah, I GM'd it actually for some friends. Actually, just about over probably 15 years ago now. Time flies. But
I will tell you, some of the best people and some of the best designs have come from. I play this, and since I play this game, it is embedded in me to make this from this, and some of the best games I've ever come across are from that.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting because that's exactly.
So, hopefully, that game has inspired you to kind of copy it and use its formula to kind of inspire you and stuff. And I think it's cool to have an RPG element into progressing your own character into a game. So kind of almost like a video game format.
Exactly right. There, and I didn't see any game that existed like that for golf. And I like role-playing games. I like golf games. Like I was telling you, I played ASG. Thanks for your help on that, right? And and it was a lot of fun. I like the golf tabletop game aspect, but it just got me thinking that is there another angle that can be taken with this? Because in those games, you're primarily playing one of the legends. You're not very often playing your own golfer, and if you are, there's really no detail to your own golfer, right? You're just playing the hole, rolling a couple of dice, and there's nothing to really refer to necessarily, unless you're playing one of the legends, like you find you're doing APA or you do an ASG golf, correct? So it got me thinking that, well, if I put more of an RPG spin on it, well, how could I implement that? And what system would work? And I mentioned the James Bond role-playing game, but I also played Dungeons and Dragons quite a bit growing up. I played the Star Wars role-playing game. I played a whole bunch of different role-playing games. But it got me thinking, well, which system do I think would work best with implementing the golf aspect? And the James Bond RPG just kind of clicked. I just thought, yeah, that would really work, because there's different quality ratings of your roles. It's straightforward. There's different skills you get in James Bond, but instead of gambling and seduction, it's now chipping and putting, and those elements I thought were okay. Well, that would translate probably pretty easily now. And
absolutely, I love my golf games. I play APA, I play ASG, I play Dice Nuts. I mean, there's 4 or 5 other ones. I love my golf games. I've always Everyday Player Golf. I've got that one, and and they're all different and they all do their own thing. But the one kind of the one drawback always with golf games is it tends to be like a math simulation. And what draw me to your game, and you sent me the files today to kind of look over and check them out. And one of the things that I found very interesting was it doesn't seem to be a math simulation. It's more of a character,
right, narrative almost.
persona
Narrative
essence, as
Yes,
opposed to just a math simulation.
That's correct. And there's a little bit of math, of course,
Right. Yeah. Obviously, with downs
but-
and distances and yardage and all that. Yeah.
exactly right. But you're right. I didn't want it to be overwhelming or anything. So that was definitely a consideration as well. And then I thought to myself, well, I can make this work as more of a narrative idea, well, being a role-playing game, that kind of carries over. But I thought, well, how could I approach the courses themselves? And I thought, well, instead of having an overhead view of a course, perhaps graphed or whatnot, just provide the information of the hole. It's a par 4. There's a bunker between 323 and 333 yards. The green is 485 to 503 yards away. So it doesn't have a lot of information, and but it does provide you the general sense of that hole.
Right.
So. And yes, it's very much you're following through these steps when you roll, because you're rolling on a tables still, depending on what scale you're rolling under. But
so
then by the time you
no, I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, of course.
I wanted to share
sure.
the information on Drive-Thru RPG, so people that are interested might be able to look this up. So if you guys head over to Drive-Thru RPG and you look for courses and clubs, you should be able to find it, or they can search for your name, I believe.
Right.
Ken K. And be able to find it that way as well. And it looks like you got a few other games as well there, which is
that's
nice.
right. Yeah. Those are narrative dice rollers, hex crawl. They're actually very much based on an old tabletop game that I found to be incredibly. It was my kind of a very first kind of visceral experience of a board game. Beyond Clue, Monopoly, Trouble as a kid, right? It's Barbarian Prince. So those are heavily. I don't know if you've ever heard of that one. But
I did play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons and Sword and Sorcery, and the main ones, but I never did any of the offshoots. Pretty much, I pretty much.
What was interesting about Barbarian Prince is that it was a solo game.
Oh, I didn't do anything solo up until about 5 years ago. I was mostly, I actually had friends back in the day. I actually had people.
Well, I did too, but it's funny. I wasn't actually playing the game. I just saw friends playing it, but they wouldn't let me play it. They were a few years older than me, these friends.
Right,
so I was watching them, and it was blowing my mind. They're walking across this forest. They're enrolling they meet a goblin. What do you want to do? I mean, it was like just blew me away, right? It wasn't
right, exactly. Exactly.
But
we're going to show the game off in a little bit. I just wanted to kind of give people a chance to, let the live stream go out, to let all of my people know that, hey, we're doing a live stream, and it might be something they want to come check out. And then we'll show off a little bit of gameplay, and we'll try and show off a little bit of the game. Here it is on the website there, and it doesn't look like it's not super involved, which is super nice.
No.
I ended up printing out all the stuff at work, and then I forgot to go to the printer and bring all the stuff home. So we're going to have files online tonight. So
my boss had questions for me in the morning the last time I did that.
Yeah, it's been
Minotaurs. That's nothing to do with your job.
Exactly. So let me switch back here, and we'll do this. So that's good. I think it's very cool, and I think it's I'm always looking for new things in my channel and always new ideas. One of my subscribers, TJ, actually contacted me, but I was gone visiting my grandbaby, my brand new grandbaby. I was
Hey.
going. He emailed me. He's like, I know you check this game out. It's so cool. You got to check out this game. And so he sent you an email about me, and he sent me an email about you. And so
And
we
like I
hooked
said,
up.
I didn't see, I didn't recognize your name, but I knew who you were right away as soon as I found your channel. I was like, oh yeah, this guy taught me how to play SG.
Right.
So yeah.
And we've got our first confirmed. Hang on a second. I got to bring up the chat. And I think you can see the chat. Doug Sessions says he just downloaded his copy and he's printing it out
Oh,
now.
thanks, Doug.
Doug is a good friend of this channel, a good subscriber, and
Appreciate it.
he is
You enjoy it.
he likes likes a lot of the things that I like. So I think he's going to have a good time with this, and we're going to teach him how to play it tonight.
Fantastic.
So awesome.
Yeah, we can go through a hole or two if you like. We can certainly do that just to kind of see how it works.
Absolutely. So we're what's the first step we need to do? Do we need to go to the create a golfer, or what would you suggest we go through first before
I mean,
or do you want to go through the basics, or
creating a golfer? I mean, we could just kind of show how. I mean, character creation. We can, if you want to show the character sheet real quick. I can kind of just quickly explain how it's done because it's procedure.
Again, based upon what we had talked about earlier, I just
Yes.
Before I do anything, I want to make sure it's okay with you, and just for what I had emailed you earlier, just I want to
no
make
problem.
sure, okay.
Of course, no problem. I have zero issue sharing any of it, quite frankly.
All right, so let's take a look at the player sheet. Maybe we can go from there and give people an idea. It's your pretty much golfer here. Let me share this here and go from there.
There, yeah. So as you can see at the top, it's very self-explanatory for the most part. Like you said, I mean, if you recognize at all any sort of, the game of golf, you know anything about it, you're going to look at this. The only thing that might throw you off a little bit is the multiplication table. But that's simply part of the mechanics of determining your number when you're rolling on the chart.
You're basically just giving everyone a shortcut to, hey, if you're trying to multiply 22 times 7, here's what the answer is. You don't need to try and figure it out.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So, and that's actually on the James Bond RPG character sheets too. And that was actually an afterthought when I was done the game. It's like, well, why don't I put that on there? I mean, it makes things so much easier and gets rid of that extra math, right? Because like we were talking about, kind of wanted to minimize too much math. So that makes it a lot easier. And as you can see on that multiplication table, the skill levels range from 12 to 30. So 12 being, not good, to 30 being Tiger Woods.
So higher is better in skill.
Higher is better.
Okay.
That's correct.
And so you're trying to get the highest level, and this is going to be what you're trying to do through the RPG element, is getting a higher score.
That's correct. Yes. So that's the thing, right? So it's the aspect of the game of increasing your skills. See, it can take a long time in the game, but I kind of align that with the whole game of golf in general, that it's typically incremental improvements, even with the pros, right? So because how you gain experience is that for every score under par is 1 experience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but if you don't get any under par, you get 1 experience point. That's all you get.
Okay.
So that's kind of a grace point kind of thing.
But so you're going to be going through multiple. You're going to be playing multiple golf courses, multiple times, hoping to get a couple points, so you can earn those points and put them towards increasing your abilities.
That's correct. But what you can purchase them, as many as 2 of them at the most, is that boosts. And they usually cost 1 to 2 experience points. Okay. So, like something that will add, you can use it once in a round, that it adds 10 yards to a drive for 1 hole, or you get to re-roll on the putting table, or these sort of things, right? So there's little boosts as well. You can buy yourself a Palmer tee, or a Daly tee, or John Daly tee, or I didn't use his first name, but
right.
But yeah. But the
So
point is,
around, okay, now you've been playing this game for a while.
yes,
You could probably do it a lot quicker. Let's say a
yeah.
newer person, if I was going to play a full 18 hole, how long are we talking? Like half an hour to 45 minutes? What is reasonable for somebody to get through it in the beginning? Not, once you get used to the game and you're flying, things will go a lot faster. But
I
how
think
long are you talking
15 minutes a hole for sure.
about? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now that's going to depend on some people in terms of how much they remember. Like you were talking about earlier,
Right.
certain results of
Right.
being, oh, that's in the hole, or
Right. Right.
that's
Yeah. Okay.
2d10 plus 5, this kind of thing, right?
Okay.
Recognizing some of the patterns. So that will certainly improve over time as well, quite quickly, I think, after people have played it,
Right. So
especially for a
you're
round.
using what I'm calling the result matrix, like a certain
Result
number
matrix.
equals this result. So if anyone out there is familiar with playing, say, APA or one of those games that uses a result matrix, like this
Yes.
number equals this, then
Right.
like a 13's a strikeout, a 14's a walk. Once you know these numbers,
Right.
you're going to go a little bit faster in the game because you're going to go, oh, okay, that means I've got a D10 plus 6 yards or whatever.
Exactly right. So yes, there's those are things you'll start to recognize for sure. But in regards to the character creation, you do roll your stats at the beginning. So you'll see of power, accuracy, and will. So you actually roll for your stats like you would in many other role-playing games. And then so you
Okay.
roll for your power, your accuracy, and your will, and your power will actually determine your average yards for all your clubs.
Distance,
And
yeah.
then distance, thank you.
Okay.
And so then the skills is part of your abilities you rolled up are part of the formula for determining your skill level.
Okay, so
So
based on your abilities, that'll tell you how far your tee off woods normally
correct.
go. Okay, so
That's
you got
correct.
like a
Yes,
baseline. This is what
that's
I'm going
right.
to do, and then
That's
it
right.
might be adjusted up or down based upon whatever dice you roll. And it is a
That's
D10
correct.
system, which I think is awesome. I love my D10 systems, by
Me
the
too.
way.
I love it. Yeah, D10's great.
I think the
Underutilized.
D10s are the best, by
Yeah.
personally. But I'm biased, but I love my D10s, so I think it gives you more, especially for creators. It gives you more abilities to give you results. It gives
Yes.
you 10 results as opposed to 6 results. You get 4 more results, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot, isn't it?
That's correct. You're absolutely right. And the thing is, though, is the D10s are used for rolling percentile, and they're used for rolling D10, or 5d10 or 3d10. So rolling 3d10s and adding them up. So it's either they're rolled individually or they're actually rolled as percentile as well. So
Nice. If anyone
yes.
has any questions I should have mentioned this in the beginning, and I
Oh
apologize.
yeah.
If anyone has any questions about the game for Ken, if I'm forgetting to ask him something, please in the comments, please just put your questions. And even if you're watching this later on YouTube, please put your comment down in the comments section down below. I will email Ken any questions that come in. Since I have Ken's email, and I will post his reply back, or he can come back and check and post the reply or whatever down on the
I'll keep
bottom.
an eye out for it too.
You also have, and I should not. I'm not trying to take any of Ken's credit here. You actually have a YouTube channel that you have
Yes,
some
sir.
videos
Yes.
on. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of solo gaming.
Okay.
A lot of solo gaming. I've had it for I don't know, it's 2018, and I started up, just to do record some solo gaming, just to see what the YouTube thing was all about, and as a creator, just for fun,
Yeah, okay,
obviously. I mean, I'm not trying to, I wasn't never in the attempt to get monetized or any of this sort of stuff, just to see how it all worked. And actually,
Right.
it started to really kind of blossom. It just kind of took, I almost had 1,000 subscribers, and I mean, it was very casual. Like I
Right.
never felt like it was grueling or anything, just something you really enjoyed.
Nice.
And I covered just a lot of solo gaming stuff. So my tagline was a relaxing experience for an exciting hobby, because I try to talk very calmly and talk very, I decapitated the goblin. Roll d6. All right. No.
I love that.
Yeah. So
We'll
that's kind
have
of my
to
angle.
we'll have to let everyone know what your YouTube channel is. What is your
A
YouTube channel?
glowing turtle.
Glowing Turtle. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
So.
I'm assuming like a space, like glowing space,
Yeah.
or is it
Yes.
one word?
I think if you type, gee, I never tried really searching myself much.
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's look it up.
Oh, ID Jester's gonna figure it out for me. Thank you.
Sometimes you just gotta just grab the ball by the horns and try. So
I appreciate that.
we'll stop sharing there and we'll jump back over to the other window and see. Here's the glowing turtle. Is that you?
No, boy, that's not me. Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That is you. There you are.
All right.
Right.
So there's your channel. All right.
Yeah.
And
I did a couple of videos on ASP
golf.
as well.
We've got some adventure playthroughs and player create. So you've got a tutorial video already there.
I do.
So people that are having, see this and are interested and they're like, I wish they would have gone into this a little further. Well, there's your answer right there. Go check out the video.
Yeah. Character creation. I talk about the courses and the course designs. I've actually already had a few people make some extra courses based off real golf courses.
Nice.
That's exciting, yeah. The game comes with 5. I did.
I was just going to ask that. So you're around. You're on the ball, man. You're thinking. You're natural, man. You're natural at this.
So yeah, I did St. Andrew, Augusta, Pebble Beach, Pinehurst. Is that right?
Pinehurst number 2. I saw that on my
Pinehurst number 2. Thank you. And there was one more too, and I can't remember which one it was. But someone did Silverado. Someone did what was the other one they did? Riviera.
Oh,
so
nice.
People they're already starting to translate them over.
That's super cool. Already. That's super cool.
Yeah. And I love seeing that.
Are they sending those to you when they complete them?
They do. Yeah, they do.
Put out like an expansion pack, or is it going to be like a free download?
It's free. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, the initial game is $3.99, but if you already own my Drifter series, it's $1.99, and then beyond that, it's just Board Game Geek or actually the Facebook page as well. I have a Courses and Clubs Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and I posted them there. So I encourage people, please, try to make a little community.
They'll be able to get it. They'll be able to get them from somebody. Okay.
Exactly.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
And Legends too.
You know what? I mean, Ken, I know you don't know me other than the little bit that we've had a chance to talk, but I always love the underdog, the little guys. I hate big companies that try to dominate the market and they mark up everything, and everyone wants, it's the little guys that need, in my opinion, the extra help, because
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Those are the guys that are interesting for me. Your game is much more interesting than a big name company.
I appreciate that. That's very kind. Well, I mean, I charge a few bucks just for the base games, right? Because I have a wife and I spend so much time doing this stuff sometimes in the off time. She's like, hey, if you can take me out for a dinner once in a while from this few bucks you make, wonderful. But it's not about, pulling in lots of bread or anything.
You're not charging us big time. It's $3.99. It's less than the cost of a freaking drink at a McDonald's. Good Lord.
I appreciate that. So
it's well worth it. And I mean, with that, you're getting a bunch of stuff, and So let's show them what they're going to get. So obviously, we got the player sheet here, right?
Player sheet,
and you're using the regular rules for golf. You're only allowed 15 clubs in your bag.
I thought it said 14.
Or 14, yeah, whatever it is.
Okay. Yeah. I was about to race over to correct it. I thought race over to correct the PDF.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yes, it's 14. Yes, you have to get rid of at least 2 of them.
2 of them, yes.
The hardest decision based, and that's kind of where part of the strategy comes in. And hopefully, like where you're, I don't hit it very long, then I might need some bigger clubs. But if you hit it longer, maybe you don't need some bigger clubs.
Yes, absolutely. So this is the start of the game. Essentially, is the player sheet. This is where you begin. right?
Right.
You
This
make
would
your
be
character.
the first step in in your journey, right? First
That's
step
correct.
in your journey.
That's correct. And that's
um,
exactly right. Yes. Your
and
journey to
so
frustration.
once you fill this out, so your
Yeah.
abilities. All right.
Yes.
If we were going to do that,
Yeah.
is that a percentile dice roll?
It is what it is you roll, excuse me, it is a D10 plus 5.
Okay. All right. So you're going to roll
D10
a
plus
d10
5.
plus. All right.
That's correct.
For your
For
power,
each of those.
your accuracy, and your will.
That's correct. Yeah.
And then
The
based
manual will
upon
walk you through.
whose, you're going to get your tee off on your different irons and your chipping and your putting and all that. So you're going to get numbers over here.
That's right. There's a formula for each of those, and part of
And
the
that's in the
formula is based off the ability scores. That's in
is
the
that in
manual.
the rules?
That's correct. In the manual. Yes, it is. It walks you through it. Oh, sorry.
Can we show that?
Manual.
It's
Yeah,
in
you
the
can. That's
manual.
fine.
Okay.
This is what you're following when you're rolling on the table playing the game. So you don't have to refer to that yet. That's a little further down the line.
Okay.
So the manual will have the step-by-step stuff in there. The one with the cover of being it says courses and clubs, and it has
trying to make sure I got the right one. That's all.
yeah.
That's not it. That's
That's
a
the score sheet.
scorecard. We need to do
Okay.
that. That's the tables. We'll get to that in a minute.
There it is. Oh,
There
this
we
is
go.
the
All
welcome.
right.
That's the welcome. Sorry, that's
All
the
right.
welcome. And yeah, I just created that for someone who purchased the game, just as
How
like.
come I don't have the? I'm looking for.
Manual. Is it there?
I have the manual somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Let me check the download and make sure I didn't
Yeah, no problem.
forget to copy that over.
Yeah, no, it's so yes, because the first thing it talks about in the game is just some of the different terms of the game, and then it walks you through the process of the player sheet. There's the tables, welcome, and there's a course.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm getting. I'm getting the courses, the player sheets, the rules, the scorecard, the tables, and the welcome.
The manual's not there.
The manual, I did not get the manual. No.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Because it just starts exactly what we're saying. It talks about each ability, to how to determine them, so you're clear on what they're about.
Kind of talks about what you're.
Yes.
Maybe I just forgot to click that to download it.
There's a bunch of files, right? So there's
It's probably my bad because that's probably what
we're
looking for because I just forgot to click it. There we go.
There we go. So that's the cover, credits, and it shows
so there's your that's your Facebook channel right there.
Correct.
Obviously, we can actually click it and it'll take us right there. Look at that. Nice. That's awesome. And you're on the board game. You got a board game
geek
channel
on there too. Yeah. And I share all the files on both. So the Legendary Players I did, and I actually implemented AI for the Legendary Players ID Jester, which was actually kind of interesting.
No, really?
Yes. So what I did is after I completed the game, I paid for Google for a month, the Gemini, and I inputted my whole game into Gemini, and I clarified some logic and reasoning, and then I would say to it, create me the stats for Jack Nicklaus based on his 1970s performance. And it would provide me and give me the reasons, so I would make sure the logic is correct, of why it provided the stats it did for Jack.
Really?
Yeah. And then I typed it into the player card. So, and I did that for about 20 players. So Arnold Palmer, Bobby Jones, Ben Hogan,
some of the
all these guys, all these
big names. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So it actually gave me essentially the most accurate possible.
You got the knowledge to do that stuff too. Wow.
Well, I mean, it took a while to teach it kind of the reasoning behind a couple of things, especially little vague things, right? Like the skill, or why would they get a certain accuracy score, power score, but it's based off the average yards chart, right?
Okay.
Distance chart. So give them a power score based on that. and I would ask them to base it off their performances, right? So that's why I have age on the player sheet, because Jack Nicklaus in 1979 was 39.
Right,
And
right,
stats are based off Jack Nicklaus
right,
in the
right,
70s, right?
right.
So, right.
Not
So I did that.
1980s Jack Nicklaus, right?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
That's
I got
and they would probably be a little different because the AI will scour the internet within seconds, checking all its references, articles, its his historic information, how well he did, issues with some of his
you.
game,
Right,
maybe
right.
some weak chipping or whatever, and it would incorporate all that logic into how it would score, give him a score for courses and clubs. So that was pretty interesting to do that. It was a lot of fun actually to do that.
Here,
Actually, using AI as a tool to just provide something, additional to the game outside of actually creating the game, right? Because
hey, Phoenix Knight, what's going on, buddy? He's really good channel, and I figured Phoenix would come by because he does a lot of gaming on his channel, and he
okay,
also does a lot of RPG stuff on his channel. He loves the
pleasure.
RPG stuff. So
Oh,
I
that's
think
great.
I'm gonna actually get you in touch with Phoenix because I think Phoenix would be a great
I like that.
voice for you as well if he's
I
interested in
appreciate
this.
that.
Yeah,
Great.
he's
Appreciate that. He's absolutely right, though. It does take a while to train the AI to get it to understand. I would ask it, why are you giving him this score? Why are you giving him this? Why are you making his putting skill 27? This kind of stuff. So then I would have to clarify the logic sometimes, and that took a while to get that down
so
pat.
we're creating a goal for giving him all this blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
And then XP is used to raise your skills. You're going to
that's
gain
right.
1 XP each for each stroke under par in a full round of golf. If you complete a round under par, you received 1 XP. If you finish a round of golf at 2 under, you're going to gain 2 XP. Pretty
That's right.
simple stuff. That's
Pretty
not
straightforward.
bad. Very
No,
easy. I mean, most people I think can figure that out, right?
I think so. I think so.
And then you're going
And
to spend points to raise
yeah,
your skills. Um,
and I put together a boost sheet too. It doesn't come with the game you buy, but it's a file download at Drive Through RPG. At the Facebook page and Board Game Geek. I have the boosters you can purchase that are available. There's like 20 of them, 20 different ones.
all
And
right,
there's
so
the club.
here's your ability score.
Yeah, the power one, right? So
And then your power. So based on your
right.
power and what club you're using, this is your base distance that's going to be adjusted up or down based upon whatever you're rolling. Okay.
Correct.
So let's just say, like in the beginning, we're probably going to have a pretty low power score.
Well, it all depends what you roll. You might roll someone amazing.
Well, that's
right?
true.
You might roll someone absolutely amazing. And it's just a question of you're the guy to beat amongst your friends if you play some holes together. But it's golf. Anything can happen too. It's roll the dice, right? So
right. I rolled it. See, the thing is, with the internet, as you know this, you can do everything, right? So I can literally just go and say, roll me a D10.
yes.
4. There you go.
Convenient. Incredibly.
Without the internet, I mean, we'd actually have to pick up dice and roll it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to make these games without the internet.
That's true. That's true.
It'd be really tough,
So we have the average club, and then obviously we have the ladies. We have to have the ladies represented, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Do you have some of the LPGA pros we can go up against?
I didn't get a chance to get to them yet. It was such a struggle getting
down
the
the
guys
line.
going, and it
Expansion
took so
number 1. There you go.
That I do some more, and that's the thing. I'm hoping the community, I kind of build like a little community with this, and people will start,
absolutely
doing that as well. That Troy fellow, he was talking. He wants to do some other legendary players, so maybe he's going to do some LPGA ones. Who knows, right? So I gave him my logic for it as well.
A couple more people. I mean, you got people creating golf courses for you. Maybe they'll create some golfers for you as well. Pretty soon, you're going to be overwhelmed.
That's right, and I hope so. Sounds good to me. So yeah,
we
so
have,
and
that. We got the
abilities.
skills, a total of 9 skills.
Yep, that's correct.
And it shows you
And it shows you the formula and how to then determine those for each skill.
or do we want to show that or no?
You can if you want, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If you like, absolutely.
I just want to make sure before I do anything, just to make sure. And
No, I'm not concerned about that at all. ID Jester, if anybody is willing to pause the screen and write this stuff out, I'm totally flattered.
hey, you know, there's might be somebody out there that doesn't want to spend the $3.99 to get your thing and be like, I'm going to write all this stuff down. I'm going to steal
Times
it
are
from
tough.
them.
I'm okay with that. Times are tough sometimes. I get it.
So to determine your power level, or your skill level, you
Correct.
take your power and your accuracy divided by
Correct.
2, add
That's
a
correct.
D10, and add 5 to it.
Exactly right. Exactly right. And
not
it's
too hard.
fractional on your dividing on the first part in the brackets. You round up. So.
Oh, there you go. So round
And
up.
I have an example for the first one as well, just to help out in case. And of course the video. So if anybody wanted to check that as well.
So in my example, I rolled a 4, and I will roll another dice, and
so that means if you were rolling for your power, that means your power would have been 9. And then if you roll for your, because by the time you get to this point here, you've determined what your power and accuracy abilities are, right?
Okay.
Those are based off your abilities. So the abilities help jumpstart what.
All right, I rolled a 7 plus 5 is 12.
12.
So I got a 9 and a 12.
That's correct.
Which is 21.
21.
Half of that is 11 and a half.
11.
No, 10 and a half.
10 and a half. So therefore it'd be 11.
Rolled up to 11. Boom, we did it.
Then you roll
good Lord, we
5.
got it.
Yep.
And we're on our first try even. That's crazy.
Nailing it.
And then for your tee-off irons, same
That's
thing.
correct.
Right there. Yep. So you're basically going to be going through this, just doing this for all your different things, and you're going to be filling out that main. Let's see where our main.
That's correct.
Main sheet? Where's our main sheet? Not this one. Not this one. I'll get to it. I'm a professional. I swear. I had too many windows.
Doing great. Yeah, I know. There's quite a few sheets. So.
And we'll look at the courses here in a minute. There's the rules.
Yes.
There we go. There we go. So we're just basically doing all this, filling out our player sheet.
That's right. Exactly.
So, is there any mulligans? Like, let's say you roll crap. Like, you didn't get very good rolls. So all right, that's kind of a bad, dumb question. All right.
No, it's not.
Let's say I roll like a 1 for power. Obviously that's not good. And then I roll accuracy, I roll a 2, and then maybe like a will, I roll another 2. And I've got a pretty wimpy character to start with. Would you recommend somebody say, let's roll them again?
Probably, unless you're really an incredibly patient person. Because when you're playing the game, it's going to be tough, right? It's going to be tough. But once again, it is dice rolling. So who knows? You could do fairly well, if you're having a lucky day. So
I mean, there might be somebody that might want to be challenged out there and say, "Hey,
exactly right.
I'm going to take the wimpiest golfer I can and make them a professional." Right?
Well, it's funny. I actually into the AI. I also wrote some fictional characters. So I had AI tell me, just like I did with the legendary players. After I got that straightened out, I had it give me Al Cervix stats from Caddyshack, Goofy, Dwarf on Golf.
Yeah.
Dwarf on Golf and Happy Gilmore.
My gosh.
It's funny you mentioned the terrible stats because I think Goofy or Dwarf had really terrible
Oh
stats.
my gosh. I could imagine some of the crazy stuff that people can come up with. I was gonna I noticed, when we talked about the courses, like you have obviously a lot of them, the normal mainstays in courses. Do you have any fantasy ones?
It's so funny you say that because actually when I first started creating the courses, I thought I wouldn't even touch actual courses, real courses. But then I thought, well, no, I have to. I think that's important for people.
You have to have some
especially
kind of
role-playing.
reference for somebody. Yeah. Mhm.
Absolutely. So, but you're absolutely right. You can create them, and I mentioned that in the courses video when you were showing my videos there. So on the one about courses, I said you can make it any way you want. I mean, you have a terrible player, but maybe you want to put him through your par three course. I don't know
Right.
what I
Right.
can make
Yeah.
par three. So
Right.
this is the thing. Being an RPG, I want you to use your imagination and try to stay within the confines of the game to a certain degree,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
So, but yes, so
But
you could do
you
that.
also you created this open-ended world where somebody can create
Correct.
anything they want. If you wanted to
Yes.
do 18 par threes or
Yes.
18 par fives and put your character up against it, you could whatever you want to do is up to you, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Like
Exactly
APA,
right.
obviously, when we're talking about APA or ASG, they have rules. They have to follow everything.
Right.
You created a world that, like, it's anything you want to create is up to you
Yeah.
now.
And essentially, but I even had to kind of like if when we get to the courses thing, I'll show you what I mean and how you can kind of customize and make things a little more interesting and capture the characteristics of some very unique holes even around the world. Like I always come back to what's the number 17 hole? Sawgrass? The one at
Yes.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
island, for
Island
example,
Green.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is typically your golf hole is there's fairway, there's rough, maybe bunker, maybe water.
Right.
Typically,
Right.
right? But
Right.
that's a very unique one. So when you look at the courses, what I included is beside each hole, there's something called additional notes.
Yeah. I
So
saw that.
therefore,
Yeah.
if for example, it will say like there's Augusta, but if you go to if you keep scrolling down, actually, I think I
Pebble
have it there
Beach,
to show you. Pippa Beach, St.
St.
Andrews,
Andrews,
Sawgrass. So if you go
Sawgrass.
down here, you'll see, number 17.
Island
So
is on
green
the
is on
green.
an island, right? So
Yeah.
any stroke that receives a fairway or rough result from 15 through 170 yards from tee off has a ball lie of water.
Oh, yeah. Well, I
So
mean, it makes
that,
sense. Yeah.
but that's one of the ways you can bring out these characteristics in these very unique holes. So if you wanted to create your own course, you could implement those kind of things as well,
Right.
right? Maybe
Right.
your hole, maybe there's no fairway; it's just all bunker until you get to the green for 200 yards. I don't know, depending what you want to do. So
You
therefore,
can do
any
whatever. Oh my God. Yeah.
right. So
That is cool. I do like that. So, all right. So I'm not going to try and bog down everyone. Obviously, we got the mid
yeah,
irons, we got short irons,
yes,
we got
short irons,
chipping, we got putting.
and then different
So
skills near the
your
bottom.
skills
Actually,
occasionally
in
come into
the
play, determining how close certain strokes are to the hole when your ball
yeah,
reaches the green.
that's
To
correct.
determine your
Yeah,
skill accuracy,
plus
your
will
skill level is accuracy plus will divided by
divided.
2, multiplied by
Correct.
or added to
Plus to
10 and
10.
5.
Yep, that's
Um,
correct.
all right. So
So it's all that.
the main thing is performing a skill test here.
That's correct. Yeah,
It's going to be the heart of the mechanisms for this is basically you need to tee off. You're going to be doing a skill test,
that's correct.
and you're going to find out how well you do based upon that.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay.
So, for example, well, I'll show you. Let's go to the rules if you can, real quick. I'll show you.
Yeah,
So,
the
tee off
rules.
is always rule R
All
001.
right, I gotta
So,
close the rules. Let me
not
bring
to,
the
not to
rules
put any
back up.
pressure on you. There are so many sheets. There we go. So you'll see the tee off, right? So the game really walks you through, and I really wanted that too. I didn't want there to be like a lot of
Let me zoom in
external
a little bit
factors
here,
that
make it
have
a little bigger.
Yeah, great, terrific. So there's tee off, right? Determine which club you're going to use, then follow its appropriate rule, right? So okay, this hole's 400 and something yards away. I'm probably going to use a driver. So it says right there, if using a driver, 3-wood, 5-wood, 1 or 2 iron, attempt a tee off wood skill test using the hole's tee off ease factor, then roll a d10 on table B, tee off. So it's spelled out really for you, right? To keep it very straightforward and simple. So then when you need to go to when you go to the results of that table B tee off, it's going to
If you're teeing off with a driver,
Yes.
you just basically follow this. If you're teeing off with a 9-iron, you're following this.
Exactly.
If you're teeing off with a pitching wedge, you're following this. That is, I mean, it doesn't get much more difficult than that, my friend. Good Lord.
Yeah, Pretty straightforward, eh? So, and then depending on what kind of wind you determined it is at the beginning of the hole, it actually asks you when you get to your result, when you roll on the table, it's going to say, if no wind, if light headwind, if light tailwind. So it's going to, there's not a lot of external referencing. It's pretty much all there in front of you. The only time there is when you're determining the actual weather, but you could play with just regular weather conditions. So there's no external rule factor.
Right. So you're using your
there you go. There's the table right there. So let's say you have a skill of 20. Your tee off wood skill is 20.
tee off 20. Okay.
20, just easy number. And the tee off ease factor of the first hole is ease factor 7. So that means 20 times 7. And that's where that multiplication
we can
table
just go right here. 20 times
right
7.
20 times 7
is 140. Look at that.
140. So then you go back to your table A, just like what it told you in the rule, R001. It told you to go back here, right there. And then you go to 140. So you look for your success chance of 140.
Okay.
And then you roll up
140.
Yep. And then you roll a percentile.
You're going to be rolling a 100, D100.
Correct.
And you're going to get your quality rating, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's correct. 1 being best, 5 being worst. It covers that in the manual.
Okay. So low is better. Okay.
Yep. And then you go to table B, which is the table right over it. That's what it told you in the rule. Then it says go to table B and based off your quality rating. So if you ended up with a quality rating 3, for example, because you rolled between 29 and 70, whatever you rolled percentile, then you exactly. Yep. You roll right there. And then you just go right to that rule.
Go basically to this chart here and roll a D10. That's going to give us a code. And I'm just going to, I'll roll a D10.
Sure.
And I rolled an 8. So let's get our 8. So that result is right there. That is R033.
That's correct.
We're going to go to our, not that one. I'll get it. There we go. We're going to go to R33. Oops. 33. And I'm going to look up what 33 says if I get to it.
There it is. There it is. If no wind equals if light tailwind.
So based on the wind.
Correct.
Which we would have been able to do if I would have printed this all out. We would have been able to do all this. Yeah. Next time we will do this. We'll do this next time. We'll actually have it and we'll go through some practice.
We can certainly do that.
Examples. We'll say in this example we had no wind. So the ball is going to travel your average distance plus D10. And then we're going to go to R018.
Right.
R018 is going to give us the result of this.
Right. Total yards equals out of bounds. Go here. If total yards is past the green but not out of bounds, go here. If total yards reaches the green, go here. If total yards doesn't place the ball on the green, is not out of bounds, the ball is on the fairway. But you can see that for example, like we talked about sawgrass number 17, even though you got a fairway result, it told you in that additional notes. That's
right.
water.
Right. You have to watch for that.
You gotta watch.
We'll assume if we if I can find the right thing. That's not what I wanted. This is what I want. We'll say we're at Augusta hole number 1. Right.
So, there it is. So the green is between.
If we end up with the result 220 to 239, that is going to mean that we end up in the bunker.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Depending on the roll you made on that quality rating table. Sometimes what it will tell you to do instead, depending on your roll result, because the one you got to was actually a good hit. So that was actually a good stroke. But if you rolled a 1, 2, or 3, or 4, I think, on quality rating 3, it would ask you to check whether your current range, your current yardage is in range of a bunker, or are you in range?
Oh, okay.
So it walks you through it step by step. You don't have to overthink it. That's what I really wanted to go for. So, because if you go to, for example, go to R031. Go to R031.
R031. Okay.
Yeah. So then you'll see what I mean. Because I think some people are surprised by the simplicity of it. So you roll this R47.
So now we're rolling a D10, and it's going to tell us where to go.
That's right.
I rolled a D10, and I rolled a 4.
So you go to R047.
4 is 47, and we're going to go to R40. Yep, 47, and
Right.
we have no wind.
That's correct.
So the ball is going to travel average minus D10, and then we're going to go to R06.
R006, correct.
If we go to 006, that's going to ask us if does our yardage equal a bunker?
That's correct. If not,
to
go to
8.
7,
If
which
not,
is
go to
the
7.
water, right? So, and then it will tell you to go to R019 if there's no bunker, no water, and it will tell you, are you out of bounds? No, you're in the rough.
So it's you're
So-
either in the bunker, nope, in the water, nope, out of bounds, nope. Okay, then you're just in the rough.
That's correct. So I
It's an if-then statement. Okay.
yes, yeah, right. I mean, it's almost the back end of a lot of programs, computer programs.
Right.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah. So
If you-
yeah, and I did a lot of painstaking mathematics to try to get within the range of because I did a lot of research on pros, their percentiles of being on the fairway on driving and this sort of thing. So there's incremental differences depending on your level of skill. So.
Nice.
But like
Nice.
Tiger Woods was just over 70%, which is exceptional for fairway hits.
Right.
So his score of 30, that's his score. His score of 30 is like 72 point something or 73 point something. So then you get to around 25 out of 30, you're around like the 67 or 65 mark or 67. It's in there, right? So then you get down to 12, you're looking at like 56% chance or something, right? So I tried to do a lot of mathematics, including also putting distances, to try to get the mathematics correct to align with the tables. So I didn't just kind of slop them up there.
So this
yeah, that's the heart of the game.
This is kind of determining how well of a shot it was taken.
That's determining the most likelihood how good
based upon your ability. Is that what I'm getting from that chart?
That's correct. And if you get a quality rating 3, that things start to slip as you get to the higher quality ratings, right? They get worse.
So obviously, bad. Yeah.
Right. 4 and 5 are typically bad. The upper part of 4 might not be as bad, though. Do you know what I mean? So, and quality rating 3, like 60% of it is good. And for quality rating 2, it's like 80% of the rolls. So like roll 1 and 2 aren't that good. You might have to, you're probably gonna end up in the rough or bunker maybe, if it's within range. And then quality rating 1 is usually it's just success. Doesn't matter what you roll, 1 to 10. It just depends how successful.
Okay.
So that sort of thing. Yeah. Depending on which table, because I wanted to align it with the mathematics. So I actually had to do,
The other thing that I thought was is interesting is we haven't actually showed this, but there's actually a second page.
Yes.
And this is where it's not just get on the green and putt. Now you've got to worry about what kind of difficulty the green is and how far away it is to the distance. And, based upon that, it's going to give you it's not just getting on the green and put it in. There's a lot that goes in with this as well.
Yeah, there could be. There's not really much there's no strategy necessarily when you're rolling for the putting. It's just kind of tells you the higher the chance of maybe getting further away from the hole on a miss putt, that sort of thing.
Right.
The percentages are actually the same for the success. It's just that they could be more costly on a tricky green if you miss the putt, as opposed to level, that sort of thing.
And I can already like R24, and I haven't played this, but I'm guessing R24 is going to be good. It's going to be in the hole, right? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, look!
Nailed it.
Nailed it. It's just not like you're not doing brain surgery here. This is
no.
So I can see, okay, I got a pretty good shot of making this. Oh, I got not a very good shot of making this one. Yeah, obviously quality 5, not as good as quality 1.
Bingo. Right? As you can see, the quality rating 1s are just, you don't even roll as soon as you figure out the game at all. Or in your case, not play the game
you're
at all.
making most of those, Yeah. Even on a tricky, you still can make most of the
Yes.
quality ones. Yeah.
Yes. But as you get to the greater misses on the tricky, there's greater risk of potentially being further away from the hole on your misses. So you're a little further, chances to go up a little more of being further away, right? Some of those extreme slopes kind of greens kind of thing.
Now, do you have a way to Doug is saying greens could be running on 13 on Stimpmeter. Yeah, could be. You
Yeah.
never know.
You can get some bad results for sure.
Do you have a way? Is there like getting like in the hole from like the fairway, like getting it,
Yes,
getting it in on
absolutely.
the two? Okay, you can do that.
Absolutely. For example, you'll recognize the R024 was holed out, correct?
Okay, right?
Well, if you
Yep.
look at the table C table right beside it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Beside it.
Yeah,
Okay. See, yep.
table C, reach green. That is the table
Oh yeah,
you roll
down
on
here.
for that
Yeah, there's
open
one right
skill.
there.
There it is right there. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And on a 1 to 10, a 0 is in this case is a 10. It's not a 0.
That's correct.
Okay. Obviously, other than when you're rolling percentile dice, right?
Correct. Yes. And I mentioned that in the rules as well, too. That what the D10s are used for. So try to clarify that. And then there's chipping, the chip shot too, for the closer, like 39 yards and lower. You go to the chip shot table there. And
Okay, so you got a little chip
10.
to see how close you get it to the pin.
That's correct.
From chipping it. Okay.
That's right.
These results obviously R35 are probably pretty good. If we go back to say R35, we can see we're going to roll a D10 to determine how. Yeah, see, I can tell you, I've already got this game. Yeah,
nailing it, Jester, nailing it.
Yeah, it tells me how many feet is away, and if I roll a D10, I roll 1, then I'm 1 foot away.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to keep it that the biggest consideration is perhaps when you're selecting a club, for the most part. The wedges are kind of fall together mostly, but when it comes to choosing what club you want to go at, right, and your current ball lie, and do you want to use do you really want to hit the ball where perhaps your current yardage of this club, your average yards might end you up in a bunker or water? Do you know what I mean? So I wanted to kind of keep it the simulation of golf there to a certain degree, especially when it came to your getting to the green, right?
Right.
So, yeah. So you might want to, like some people were saying that they were playing it, they did +6 at Augusta, but then they played aggressively, and then they played cautiously and they were -2, -3. So it was interesting to hear that aspect of the game was working,
Good
Yeah.
to hear. Again, if anyone, we're talking about courses and clubs, a new to me golf game. How long has this been out? Actually,
I released it.
I want to call it a new game, but I don't
August
know.
11th. August 11th.
Oh, so it is a new game. Okay.
Yeah,
so
very new.
It is a very new game. Okay.
Yeah. So there might be a few bugs still sitting in there somewhere, but I've been trying to, for the most part, it seems like it's pretty clean.
So very new game that was released, and it's out now. And again, if you missed this earlier, I will show you this on the Drive-Thru RPG. You can pick this up right now. I know Doug just did this. Let's pick up our other window here. Unfortunately, with this software, I can only do one window at a time. But they can find your stuff over at Drive-Thru RPG. Search for either courses and clubs. It's a whopping, get ready, $3.99, people. Wow.
American. So if you're Canadian, like me,
American,
it might be pricey.
Just get it, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. That comes with 5 courses.
That comes with 5 courses. Yes, there's 5 courses, and then I just uploaded 2 more courses that actually the Troy gentleman we were talking about. He actually and then someone else did Riviera as well. So they're coming in, and you
got those on your Facebook group, then they can download them from there. So if you're interested,
come on
a lot of content for $4. You're going to be and Doug's already got it all printed out and he's ready to go. And he's probably going through the rule book. He's probably figured it out just as much as we do. It's It looks really cool. It looks really interesting. Again, if anyone has any comments for Ken while we got him, it's my fault. It's not Ken's fault. I've printed it out and I forgot to go to the printer and pick up all my copies. So I was gonna have, and we're gonna do it, and we can't do it because
You were so excited to play it, you left work without it. That's excited you were to get home and play it.
Well, I have grandpa brain. I'm blaming it on the grandson. Like I spent all week taking care of a little 7-ounce or
That's
7
awesome.
pound little baby.
Oh, that's
So
cute. That's great.
I have I've been, my brain's fallen to mush. That's all I have to
Well,
say.
that's an exciting time. Congrats on that.
But I'm hoping to get that stuff printed out and maybe have Ken back in a day or two, or maybe later this week if Ken's got some time available. And we can go through a couple holes. We'll make a golfer. We'll roll through some courses. We'll actually have everything down there. But just wanted to kind of introduce everything to the people out there and kind of just say, hey, here's a new game. You might be interested. Check it out. You like golf like me. And kind of just introduce it to people and say, check it out, because I think it's going to be cool. I love a lot of what you're doing, and I think it's going to be super fun to try this game out. And like I said, I don't mind easy games. I don't mind hard games. I don't mind medium games. I just like games that are interesting games. And this one for me, again, because you have that whole RPG element. I'm progressing, my character's building. I can feel like I'm getting somewhere through, I'm not just going through the math. I'm not just doing math.
Yeah, well, the reward of golf is, getting a low score. But I also wanted to create that additional reward kind of system that maybe your skills also improve once in a while too, right?
Right, exactly.
Sort of thing, so, yeah.
Hey, Doug, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thanks. Yeah, and I will get you in touch with Phoenix Knight if he's interested.
I appreciate that
at all, because he does a lot of he's done a lot of ASG and APA golf on his channel as well, and he does he actually is. He's into the RPG stuff a lot more than I am nowadays. Okay. He does a lot of solo RPGs, so he might be really up his alley. So I'll get you in touch with him.
I'll have to see. I might even follow him already. I'll have to check it out. Actually,
yeah. Phoenix Knight on YouTube.
Yeah. I'll definitely look. Yeah.
Well, everyone, we appreciate your time today. We don't want to just drag it on and on, but we just kind of want to show everyone, talk about it, kind of go over the basics, introduce it, and next time we get together, hopefully soon, we'll actually get a couple holes in and show you just gameplay and the flow of the game and everything. So
terrific. Yeah, I appreciate it so much.
That we can answer next time we're together, just leave them down in the comments section down below. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have. If you want to contact Ken, how do they get in touch with you, Ken? If they want to just say, hey, Ken, I want to talk to you, buddy. How do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, they can. Well, the courses, the Facebook pages, courses and clubs. They can contact me through there. My email, kjkjcage@hotmail.com, if they want to as well. My email is actually inside the game as well, I believe. Contact. So,
okay, let me make sure I can pull this up here. Let me. I will pull up this one last time to show everyone. There is the
the Twitter thing is the first part of my email address. So.
Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube channel, Board Game Geek. They can also probably post comments over there to get in touch with you. You're around.
I'm around.
You're around. People, you can email me. I can get you in touch with them if you want.
Absolutely.
Most people know I'm idjesterlive@gmail.com. Email me. I can forward your email to Ken. Whatever. We'll get you in touch if you have any questions. I mean,
I appreciate that.
You shouldn't be too hard. So thanks everyone for coming out today. We do appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun going through this. I'm super excited to play it, and I was so excited. I left all the stuff put in there. Oh. But
Hopefully
thanks
still there
everyone
tomorrow.
for joining me. Ken, I appreciate your time tonight, and don't go anywhere. I want to talk to you
Yes.
offline here for just a second. And everyone out there, we'll see you for part 2 coming soon to a theater near you.
Good
Bye
gaming,
for
everyone.
now.